Just beyond the court on Thomas's branch line is the village of Ulfstead. It is located near the center of the island and lies up in the mountains. The Indians enjoy coming here, especially Toby. The village relies heavily on the railway, especially when the roads are cut off in bad weather. One year, it had rained continuously for weeks. Toby was miserable. Everywhere was wet, wet, wet. The river next to the village is normally kept at level by a dam that the branch line travels over. But this time, there were worries that it would not hold the excess water. One day, Toby had been sent to inspect the dam. Mavis had arrived just as he was about to leave. "I've heard it may be dangerous up there. Please be careful, Toby." "I'll try," replied Toby nervously, and he set off. His journey took him over a wooden bridge at the end of the village. The river surged dangerously beneath it. Harold the helicopter was inspecting the dam as Toby arrived. "Be brave, Toby," called his driver, but that was easier said than done. Suddenly, Toby noticed something. Water was leaking through the dam. "The dam's breaking up," cried Toby. "We must warn everyone."
"Leave that to me," called Harold. "I'll evacuate the village. You get to safety."
Toby reversed as fast as he could. Percy was waiting anxiously for Toby by the bridge. The river had risen so high that the bridge was in danger of collapsing. Toby arrived on the other side, but was terrified by the raging torrents. "The dam's breaking up!" he cried. "We must find high ground."
"You better cross that bridge quickly before it's washed away,"
called Percy. Toby bravely made his way over it. But at the same time, disaster struck. The dam burst, and water swarmed around the valley. Toby was almost halfway across the bridge when the wave approached him. He tried to reach the other side, but the torrents ripped the bridge right off its foundation, and it floated away with him still on it. "Help!" he cried.
"Oh no!"
wailed Percy.
"We must help him!"
"We'll catch him on our line," replied the driver. "It meets the river further down."
Toby was now floating helplessly on the river. Then they saw a sign that made them shudder. "Beware the waterfall."
"If we go over that waterfall, we're doomed," said Toby's driver.
Just then, Harold hovered over them.
"We're going to drop a rope to you," he yelled. "Attach it to the bridge! Quickly now!"
So they did just as Percy came rushing in further down the line. Harold flew over to him.
"Catch the rope and pull Toby to safety," he called.
The rope was tied to Percy, and he pulled with all his might. Slowly, the bridge began to move toward shore. "Hurry!" cried Toby.
"I'm trying!"
panted Percy.
"Almost there! Got him!"
The edge of the bridge met the bank. Toby's crew quickly leapt off, and Harold dropped another rope. Toby and Percy's crew then tied one end to the other side of the bridge, and the other end to a rock. Toby was still on the bridge, but was now safe. He was very relieved. Later that day, Thomas came with the breakdown train, and with the help of Mavis, put Toby back on the rails.
"Land ho!" chuckled Toby. "First, you walked on a tightrope, and now you are a pirate," said Mavis. "What else are you going to try?"
The engines all laughed. "But in all seriousness," asked Toby, "what happened to the village?" "The village had minor damage, but everyone is safe," replied Thomas, "thanks to the brave efforts of you and Harold." When the floods were over and the dam mended, the villagers of Ulfstead had a party for Toby.
"You were a very brave engine," remarked the fat controller.
"Thanks to Harold," replied Toby.
"I could have never been so brave,"
said Percy, and the other engines agreed with him.
"Oh, I'm sure you would be," replied Toby. "But you never know until you've tried." Percy hoped he'd never have to.